Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda and today I wanted to share with you my TBR for the Oh What Fun Readathon. This is a readathon that was created by Mackenzie over at Mackenzie Lane, and it runs from December 14th through the 21st. And it's just a fun holiday themed readathon where you have some prompts that are split up between either the nice category or the naughty category. So I think the way I'm going to do this is the way that Mackenzie did it last year, and I believe the way she's doing it this year. And I have a little mug with different colored pieces of papers. I alternated between naughty and nice prompts on the different colors and folded them up and secured them with washi tape. But I basically have each of the prompts on a piece of paper, and whenever I'm ready for either to start or to get a new prompt, I'm just going to pick out of this mug. So how I'm going to do my TBR is just by telling you what I plan to read for each prompt, and then I'm doing weekly vlogs throughout the whole month of November or December, so you'll be able to see which prompts I picked within that vlog. So I guess we'll just start out. There is a hashtag for this, and I believe it is just Oh What Fun Readathon. But let me double check really fast. Yep, Oh What Fun Readathon. So I know Mackenzie's pretty active throughout the readathon on Instagram. I don't think she has a Twitter for this, but I do know there is an Instagram page. And other than the reading prompts, there's also photo prompts, which I'll go through at the end of the reading prompt list. So there are 5 different reading prompts under naughty and nice, plus there's a group read that I don't know if you can fill in for any prompt or just a bonus read, essentially. Or you can fit the group book into one of your prompts. So the first prompt for nice is a book that's set during winter or Christmas, and this is exactly what it says. So for this prompt, I plan to read 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston. This was the group book for the 'Tis the Season-a-thon. It's also a group book for the Treat Your Shelves readathon. So a lot of different groups are reading this, so it means a lot of people are reading it right now. Essentially what it is a girl just gets dumped by her boyfriend, and her grandma decides to set her up on 10 different blind dates throughout the holiday season. And I think it'll be fun to read through. I'm glad I'm not dating anymore, because that sounds like an absolute nightmare to me, but I think it'll be fun to read through this girl's experience. The next prompt is a book that has light in the title, and for this I plan to read The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, which is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. I did not read this series when I was younger. I don't know how I missed it, but it just wasn't on my radar. So when I was searching for books with light in their title, I was going off of my Goodreads want to read shelf and realized I had this. I was looking at Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett, but I don't own that. So I figured that since I own this book, it would be a good way to get another book off my TBR. So if I pull this prompt, that's what I plan to read. The third prompt is the 25th book on your TBR. And right now, my 25th book on my TBR is a little interesting. It's A History of Pirates by Neil Cawthorne, and the subtitle is Blood and Thunder on the High Seas. And I think this is just about pirates. I'm hoping that before this readathon I'll have some more books off my TBR, so that if I pull that prompt, my 25th book will be something different. But for right now, this is what it's looking like. The fourth prompt for this readathon is to wear Christmas pajamas while reading a book, and I honestly don't have, well, I do have a book picked for this, but I'm playing this prompt by ear just based off of whether I draw it and what I plan to read mostly at night. But right now I have One Day in December by Josie Silver written down, which is a book I own on my Kindle, and I prefer to read Kindle books in bed just because I stay up maybe an hour, hour and a half later than Skylar does, and I don't bother him with my Kindle, but I do when I have a reading light on and I'm reading a physical book. So I think it'll probably be a Kindle pick, and it might be One Day in December, but we'll see. And then the fifth prompt for the nice list is a book published in December. And Mackenzie approved the group book, which is A Christmas Carol, because the edition she has was published in December. I honestly wouldn't even know where to begin to figure out if a book was published in December, and apparently it's like a slow publishing month anyway. But I have this Barnes & Noble Classics edition of A Christmas Carol, which also has the chimes and the cricket on the hearth. I read A Christmas Carol last year, so I might skip it, although it is kind of a fun story to revisit, so I don't know, I might not, but I would also really like to get to the other stories that are in this collection, so we'll see what I decide to do there. So now moving into the naughty prompts, the first prompt is to read a banned book, and I'm really happy kind of to know that Little Women was banned. I don't know where or why, but I do have planned to start reading this, so I'll already be reading this. I'll be about halfway by the time the Oh What Fun Readathon starts, but I'm going to count this anyway. But I am buddy reading this with a teammate who is also participating in the Reindeer Readathon that was created by my friend Eric over at Break Even Books. So it'll be nice to also be able to have Little Women count for this readathon as well. The second prompt under naughty is to read an unread or a gifted book. And this one is a little bit of a stretch for me. When I was younger, my mom gifted me the whole Gossip Girl series, and I stopped about halfway through the series and didn't read the rest, so now I'm doing a reread of it just so I can finish it off. So I have read the first like actual book after the prequel, which is called Gossip Girl, but it was a gift, and in order to progress me through the rest of the books that were gifted, I have to read this one. So it's not unread, but it hasn't been read in a while, and I haven't read the rest, and I need to read that one in order to get to the rest. So it's a bit of a stretch, but it works for me. So the third prompt is to start a new book at midnight. This is a prompt that I'm gonna have to wait to start, I guess. It's gonna be hard for me to start a book at midnight because I go to bed so early, and I think the 14th is a Saturday, isn't it? So I might be able to start a book when the readathon starts, but I'm not sure. In the reading vlog, you guys will know what I started, and we'll know in the future, but for right now, that one is also, we're just playing it by ear. The fourth prompt is to read a book with the word dark in the title, and for that I am reading A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I wasn't planning on starting this series this year, but it's a book I own that has dark in the title, so if I pull the prompt, that's what I'll be reading. And then we come to the fifth and final reading prompt, which is to read the 13th book on your TBR. And right now, the 13th book on my TBR is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So I think since this kind of has like Russian-inspired setting, it'll be nice because when I think of Russia, I think a lot of snow. And also, the type is huge on this, so I think I should be able to get through this fairly quickly if I do pull that prompt as well. Now that we breezed through all the reading prompts, we can go ahead and quickly go over the photo challenges, which I actually haven't looked at yet. They are posted on the Oh What Fun Instagram account, and it looks like there's one for each day of the readathon. So day 1 is Home Alone, and you're supposed to spell Kevin with book titles. Day 2 is Elf, so a book set in New York City. Day 3 is the Santa Claus, so red and white cover. Day 4 is Christmas with the Cranks, and this is Free Frosty, Books and Snowmen. I'm not entirely sure what that means. If you know, please let me know. Day 5 is A Christmas Story, which is Oh Fudge, Books and Chocolate. Oh, Free Frosty must be, got it, a quote from it, because I know Oh Fudge is from A Christmas Story. Day 6 is the Polar Express, which is Current Read and Christmas Pajamas. Day 7 is Love Actually, and this is a book with multiple points of view. And day 7 is It's a Wonderful Life, so all the books read for the readathon. I will be sure to list all of the reading challenges and the photo challenges down in the description below, as well as Mackenzie's announcement video, so that you have all the information you need. So I would really love to know if you also plan on participating in this readathon, and if so, what you plan on reading, if we have any books that overlap. I always think it's really fun to hear how people interpret the different reading prompts and what books they have that fit this. So I would love to chat with you down in the comments until my next video. Bye!